Hey, welcome to another rainy day at the bait cave. I at least thought I was going to have one of the boys with me today, but they're all inside with my best girl in an intensive game of poker. I believe they might be playing Texas Hold'em. I'm not really sure, but none of them wanted to break away. I guess it's just some good rainy day fun. This is like day 5 into a 14-day trip for them, and it hadn't stopped raining yet. We haven't even got a chance to get out in the boats. I'm hoping we're going to get a little break from this rain really soon. So I want to make a quick video today. I want to show you guys a new recipe. It's an old recipe, but I haven't done it in a long time. Let me tell you what my original plans were. I really wanted to show y'all something with the triple injector. However, it's hard enough to keep all the moisture out of one cup of plastisol. 3 would just be kind of impossible on a rainy day. So I shifted gears. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with a color called Seminole Gold. It was a real good color for me at one time, and I haven't made it in probably 4 or 5 years. Really great chatterbait, swim bait. I'm gonna do some of these chatterbait trailers. What I'm gonna do? So what my plan is to lay a red tail up in there. I think that's gonna look pretty good. And I'm also gonna do some of these epic sleigh baits. And I'm not gonna have a different color tail in these, but I'm planning to use a red eye. I think is gonna go good. And then the last thing is this 4-inch swim bait. So I got a full cup of 262 medium hard. And the reason I'm gonna go a little bit harder with these than what I get with the 242 is because these trailers, a lot of times they get picked at a lot, and so I want something a little bit harder, a little bit more durable. And swim baits, I'm gonna be using them with an underspin. And a lot of times when I'm running an underspin, I notice that my lures sometimes they get pulled in half, or the tails get pulled off of them. So try something a little bit harder. And I really don't want to go as hard as something like a 292 or a 342. I saved that for saltwater blends, but I'm not ready to go that deep with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3-minute spin, because I don't know how fast it's going to heat up. Okay, this is cooked all the way through. Now I'm going to have to put it in a vacuum chamber just because of all this humidity that gets in it. This moisture. It looks like air, but it's really moisture. I guess moisture trying to flash off. So this is the boring part, but I thought I'd just show you how it looked a little bit. Just gotta be careful because it'll overflow until you can get a big bubble to pop. My vacuum pump is kind of a piece of shit. I got it from Amazon. I wasn't in the mood to spend a lot of money, so I got like the deal of the day or something. Which my old pump that burned up, I had got it at Harbor Freight, and it was actually a little bit more spendy than this one, but it lasted a long time, and it will pull a vacuum a lot faster. So now you can really see the air coming out of it now. See how it's bursting now? That's where you want to get it right there. It won't overflow no more. Now it's just gonna continue to pull all the air out of it. So here's my recipe. So back in the day it was 40 drops of dark watermelon, but I'm gonna lighten it up to 30 because I don't want it so dark. And I don't have dark watermelon anymore. I ran out of dark watermelon, and evidently I didn't see any need for the dark watermelon, so I got this regular watermelon 101. And I'm gonna try it. I want to see what it comes out like. Again, it's gonna be my versions. And then of course I put I don't have 035, but I got 040, which is a tad bigger. But I have the 008 purple flake. The great part about making your own lures is you can make your own version. Make them the color you want, and if you like it, you can stick with it. I think that's about the thickness that I like. I noticed one more thing in my recipe. I seriously doubt that's 3/8. I'm sure, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be 1/8. I'll put 1/8 in and see what it looks like, and if I don't like it, then I'll put another eighth, give it a full quarter. I can't remember why 3/8 of fine purple. This don't seem right. With the quarter of black. Quarter scoop of gold. And again, this is all for just a one cup recipe. I'll switch over to 1/8. An eighth for that purple. Let me see what let me see what happens. So I could go another eighth of this purple, give it a full quarter, and I'll change it in my book. All right, now I'm just really getting right back on track. Right before I was about to inject that last batch, I realized I had mixed. I didn't put gold flake in there. I had grabbed a bottle of emerald green. I should have read it. Being I'm very colorblind, man. That was easy. Normal. I think everybody else would have saw it was green, but I didn't catch it. But in the meantime, I actually felt like there wasn't enough purple either, so I went ahead and added another eighth. So now it's 3/8, so I don't have to change my recipe. I'll leave it just like it is. I think that looks good. So let's see if 1 cup is enough. I hope 1 cup will fill all this. Well, I got as much in this injector as I could get, so that's as much as the injector will hold. So it should be enough. Whoops. Make sure I cap that off. I hate when the injector plug. Well, actually, that's not an injector plug. That's kind of a sprue, I guess they would call it. Sometimes it pulls up like that. So even though these individual, they don't have a runner, that sprue is deep and it can suck it up. So gotta make sure it stays stopped off. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna have enough. Perfect. I think they're all full. Hopefully these will come out good. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that other one. I guess the ones I injected with emerald green, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that other batch I made. I guess I'll go ahead and load them up and make a run of them. It just won't be Seminole Gold. It'll be something else. Maybe it'll be Seminole Green. All right, so they're about cool now. We clean up the tops. I can just tell that 262 is a lot tougher than what I'm used to. These are gonna be strong enough. I'm glad they didn't go I'm glad they didn't go any thicker than that. So let's start with these chatter trailers. Hey, those came out good. I'm glad I went ahead and added in that extra 1/8 of purple. It looks like it's going to show up good. Let's get the other one open. Seminole Gold. That's a good chatter trailer right there. Those things are gonna look good. All right, so let's open up these 4.1 inch Epic Prey baits. This is a really good mold. I really like it, and it's made in conjunction with Marling. So Marling baits and Epic, they collaborated on this swim bait, and it's a really nice bait. The other thing about these Epic molds is it actually tells you the belly and the back, so they laminate well. If you ever, I'll show you one day a laminate. That looks good. Let's see one. The other thing about this mold that I really like, and I think you guys are going to like it too, is not only does it have a hook slot, it's got an upper hook slot also, which works out really well for, you get a really good hook set with these things. And I'm also going to put the red eyes. Let's grab another one. I mean, ain't that a cool looking swim bait? Wait till you see the eyes on it. So last are these 4.3 slave baits. This is a relatively new mold to me, and I didn't have a lot of experience with it yet. However, I really love it with shad patterns. I've had a lot of luck. This is my first time straying from the different shad patterns. I think it looks awesome. This one also has the upper hook slot along with the lower hook slot. All right, so when I was off camera, I went ahead and used up some of that plastic that I messed up on. So I'm just gonna call this Seminole Green. I'm still gonna use it. It doesn't really matter because it's from a personal use anyway. It's not that big of a mess up, but it's not wasted. So I believe the red eyes are going to look the best. So I got some 8mm and some 6mm, and this is what I find works the best. Talked to a lot of other guys, and they like this also. You get better control over it, and it's more of a gel. Let's get started with these sleigh baits. All right, so I really, these are some very cool eyes. They got a little cross in them, and I'm always experimenting on which way is better. Today I think I'm gonna put them this way. I think they might look a little bit more angry. So the best way I found to do them is just a little bitty. Let me get it on the camera. Little bitty drop, no bigger than that. That's all it needs. And you could use the tweezers, but I find this little knife works so much better for me. I keep getting out of the camera. Get it situated. That little bitty drop of glue will spread out under there. Same thing for the other side. I believe that just sets it off. And the eye looks so angry. I don't really feel like bass go after red because they think it's something they want to eat. I think they fear red. I think red sets off an alarm in them, and they hate it, so they just attack it. So 6mm. They're not exactly the same. I don't have any of these with the little cross in them, but I don't know if you can be able to see that very good or not. Cool little eyes. I wish I had some of these with the cross. I would surely use them. This is one of my least favorite things to do, not because it's hard. It's because out of all the people in the world, I'm one of the ones that's allergic to super glue. And it gives me asthma. I don't get asthma from anything else except super glue fumes. I think that looks good. The reason I say they attack red is because sometimes they hit the red so hard, it's a huge blow up. And if you ever felt a bass just nibble at you, at your bait, where they're just kind of like picking at it, and they might grab it in their mouth and not really devour it, and you got to guess if you got a bite or not. You're not really guessing, but you're feeling some activity, and you're gonna want to go ahead and set the hook. But sometimes on these, and then I've had experience with this before, with this one in the shad color, that sometimes when they just seem angry. They set their own hooks. You ever had a bass set its own hook? These red eyes seem to do it for me. Anyway, it's kind of boring, so I'm going to do the rest off camera. Right, so I got all the eyes done. And this is how I like to rig these. This is a 4/0 owner beast hook without an underspin. I prefer an underspin on it, but not always. And this is about the biggest hook I put in here. But anyway, I want to show you how the upper hook slot works. See, when the bass bites down on that, it exposes the hook. It's pretty cool the way that works. You don't have to have it worried about it being skin hooked. So that's pretty much my basic setup. Now, like I said, I prefer underspin. I just don't have any in the shop today. Now this is only a 5/0. This is a reaction tackle. It's only a 5/0, so it's a little bit small. This one I prefer a 6 or a 7. So see that I like to have that hook a little bit further back, and then I like a little bit more room under here in the front. I like it with a 7/0 hook, whether you use the owner beast hook or these reaction tackle. This weight is moved back to about right here, and it fits a lot better. And you have a little bit more to cave in right here when that fish bites down on it. This will still work, and I just put this one on right quick to show you what I was meaning by underspin. That's my favorite setup right there. Just if I had instead of this 5, if I had a 6 or a 7/0, it would be perfect. So anyway, that's my version of Seminole Gold, and of course I accidentally made Seminole Green. It's sometimes being colorblind is a little bit frustrating. I should have read the label, and I just didn't. So that's all my bad. Anyway, that was all. All this stuff is really just for me to stay in the. I just wanted to show you guys my version. If it winds up being good to me, I'll probably do a couple more runs. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Like I said before, I really enjoy making these videos. I enjoy you guys' comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys stay safe out there, and don't forget to go fishing. Very important, and teach them youngins how to fish, and also get busy making your own baits. I guarantee you there's nothing like catching a fish on your own lures. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.